saying, eyes on the back of your head is true for him because his vision is just crazy.
When he's coming up the court, he's coming at a pretty fast speed. You see his eyes moving around, and for a split second, it looks like he's looking dead at you. And before you know it, he's off with a pass, left or right, or even behind his head.
Kid gets that ball, his eyes are already up. He already sees where everybody's at. He's found him with the perfect pass.
Especially players that haven't had the chance to play with him. The way the ball just kind of, gets to you when you need it there at the right time, and he'll take a dribble left to get you open coming down the right.
How in the world did he know he was going up the left side of the floor? Once again, his overall court vision. Tremendous quarterback eyes for Kidd.
Whenever he's on the floor, there's 4 different options for receivers. It's kind of like a quarterback. When you have so many different options, you really don't have any idea where he's going at any point in time in the game.
Kidd can't see anything right now. Feels like he just ran into a mountain.
Kidd to throw in, it is a low. Now he's
For me, it's important to be able to see, the court, and just being aware of the situation makes the game a lot easier.
He doesn't mind taking risks, and a lot of the times his vision is 95% correct.
Kidd off the glass to Marion for the jam.
He has eyes behind his head. He can see everybody coming from every different direction. It just goes to show you how his eyes plays a big role in the player he is.
I would say for me, Jason Kidd, just because he was like one of the smartest people and he never showed any emotion, and you couldn't read his expressions, and that's so frustrating, in the game, because you looking dude, is he affected by what's happening? And he just, and he whispering to dudes, what are you whispering about? But he's like an evil genius. Jason Kidd was like an evil genius.
And all those young guys, Chris Paul, but he said when you and Kobe came, you guys, and he talks about you in particular, just showing them how to be professional, how to win.
And his work ethic, man, and just picking his brain, man, and he's one of the smartest guys. Obviously when you go against him, you know how smart he is, and then when you actually play with him, you're like, wow, it's great.
He's really shown what he can do here tonight. Watch this trickery. Marion!
When I get to the NBA, I don't know what I might do.
Off the drive. Oh, Jason!
I've admired Jason from day one. You could always see him thinking about how do I make someone better. And that's the sign of a great player.
He was a point guard who really just did everything. And it was just something about his game that you loved to watch.
In Phoenix, Jason Kidd developed into a superstar while leading the league in assists for 3 straight seasons.
He made all his guys look good. He did it with a Magic Johnson hip-hop flash.
Jason Kidd right now is unstoppable with his passes.
What I love most about Jason Kidd is his basketball IQ. He puts the ball right where the shooter can just shoot the basketball. That's what makes him special.
And in 2001, when the New Jersey Nets acquired J. Kidd, it seemed everything changed for the franchise overnight.
Oh, what a feed! Jason Kidd is a magician.
From the start, he made everybody want to run, everybody want to play because they would get the ball.
He was sort of a coach for us. He had experience. He had incredible leadership.
Back out the Kidd for 3. Good!
He played a massive role. He really set the tone in that series when we won the championship.
Jason also proved to be a champion on the international stage, winning a pair of Olympic gold medals while going a remarkable 64-0 as a member of USA Basketball. When his 18-year career came to a close, Kidd had left his mark on the NBA record book, ranking 2nd all-time in assists, 2nd all-time in steals, and 3rd all-time in triple-doubles.
He beat you with his mind. He could dominate a game without even scoring. There was a beauty to it that the really, really special ones have, and he certainly had it.
play with Jason Kidd compared to LeBron James. Is there some sort of similarity to the way they, draw the attention and pass?
Well, yeah, I think LeBron, obviously, with his ability to score, but just their ability to see the game before things happen, their anticipation for guys' tendencies, and knowing how to get people the ball at the right moment. I think that's something that, probably, Jay Kidd was the best of his generation. I think LeBron's probably the best of his. So I was fortunate to play with two of them in their prime.
By far, to me, the best point guard in the NBA. I mean, he's a great guy. He's very unselfish. I've known him and had a relationship with him before, even thinking about coming to Phoenix. And it was always a thought in the back of my mind, wanting to play with a point guard of that magnitude.
Kidd starting to back down. A nice bounce pass for Hardaway, who scores. What a pass by Kidd to Hardaway.
Unbelievable. Well, I mean, Jason's obviously a first ballot Hall of Fame player. There's no question about it. I mean, he just made everybody better on the court. His vision, his size, his speed, triple-double every night. I mean, he was just that dynamic of a player. And then, obviously, Penny was an incredible talent. Injuries kind of sidetracked his career, but phenomenal player. Athletic at the point guard position, played way above the rim. Great passer, great vision, and both those guys just had tremendous feel for the game, but obviously Penny was slowed down just because of the injury.
Yeah. And point guard, I'm going with Jason Kidd.
Zeke? I'm going to go Jason Kidd, Kobe over AI. I look at AI as a 2, not a 1.
Okay.
Shaq, Duncan, Garnett.
I'm talking Isaiah right now.
You go over Gary Payton? I'll go with someone over Gary Payton. I'll go with Jason Kidd over Gary Payton.
I like both of them.
To me, winning
I'll go with
matters.
Jason Kidd.
I would say for me, Jason Kidd, just because he was like one of the smartest people, and he never showed any emotion, and like you couldn't like read his expressions, and like that's so frustrating. In the game, because you looking like, dude, like, is he affected by what's happening? He just, and he like whispering to dudes, like, what are you whispering about? But he's like an evil genius. Jason Kidd was like an evil genius. And then I would say another difficult person to guard was Allen Iverson, because I would, and he reminds me of this story every time. I was a young guy and I looked up to Allen Iverson. And so I was bigger than him, and every time like I would go to guard him, I was like, man, I'm a F Allen Iverson up if you go to the hole. And so as soon as he get the ball, I foul him, and he would act like I was like thunder punching him, and he would like go flying in the stands, and I get two fouls, and so he would do that every game, and he would flop. So Allen Iverson is one of the biggest floppers to me, but he was one of the hardest people to guard because. Obviously, you just couldn't stay in front of him, and as soon as he made that first move, your reaction time, by the time you reacted, you were hitting him, and he was so small that he'd go flying, and he could still finish. So him and Jason Kidd were the toughest to me.